I'm making a song based on your idea. Everything you need to know is in this video. If you're interested, go check it out afterwards. And now back to the video. You don't want to be an adult. Seriously. Or at least in my opinion, which I'll explain in a minute, cause first I need to put a little disclaimer. These are just my thoughts, based on my experiences, and those can be different for everyone. I haven't done any research and I'm not a life expert or something, so just take it as a random thoughts from a guy on the internet, not for some kind of life advice thing. Oh, and also, I don't really feel like searching and putting here thousands of images in the edit, so I'll just put a gameplay or something in the background so that you'll not have to watch a black screen while I'm torturing you with my distorted worldview. Okay, so why you don't want to be an adult? Let me start from a little flashback. When I was younger, there were plenty of kids saying they wanted to grow up as fast as they could. They would have those unrealistic images of unending possibilities that adults have. And this would go on from primary school, through middle school, up to early high school, and I never understood them. I would always tell them that I want to be a kid for as long as I can. Which is weird, because I'm a huge daydreamer, and I always have been. But somehow I knew that adulthood would be a massive shithole. And I was right. But why is that? I prepared a few points to keep this mess in my head a little more organized. First, let's get rid of the elephant in the room, which is money. Having your own money is cool and all, but it's way different than what you think as a kid. First of all, you have to work for it, and I'll talk about it in depth in a moment, but you work usually 8 hours per day, which, spoiler alert, sucks ass. Then after a month, when you get your shrunken by taxes and insurance paycheck, you need to pay for shit like your flat, electricity, water, heating, garbage collection, services like phone and internet, other monthly subscriptions, and that's probably not everything I could mention here. So now, with presumably around half of your salary, you can finally buy some cool shit you always wanted, right? After all, half of a salary is still a fair amount of money. You can buy something for yourself. No. Now you buy food, and cosmetics, and cleaning products, and accessories to your house like tableware so you don't have to eat your soup from a flat plate using a fork and a fucking light bulb because it burned out again. And if you have a car, you're even more fucked, because you have to pay for gas, insurance, mechanic and car parts because there's always something broken. So yeah, they say money can buy happiness, but the truth is, you can't buy shit because you don't have any left. I won't be the first to say that working sucks. Every job sucks. And the only thing that varies them is how much they suck. Cause one suck only a dick, when the other one suck not only dick but also balls. Yes, even your dream job will have some downsides, you'll hate about it. And that's a good thing to realize early so it doesn't disappoint you later. But I'm going off topic. I already mentioned that you need to work 8 hours a day. 8 hours! And that's assuming you have only one job. Usually you don't want to be there. It's like school but longer, monothematic, more tiring, and your life kinda depends on it. Your friends from work are not often that close as your friends from school. Everyone already has their relationships established. Where in school everyone pretty much begin their social life and you are like forced to create some relationships. You're being bossed around by a person that probably doesn't know much more than you, but their position makes them feel like they're a better human being. Sometimes you get the feeling that you're just a cog in a wheel, worker number 324, easily replaceable, giving most of your day, most of your best years for a little bit of cash. So yeah, tasks are boring and repetitive, you have one 15 to 30 minutes break, your friends are not really your friends, and you need to do what other people want. Then you come back home, go to sleep, wake up and do the same exact thing again. Of course you can quit, but all the things I mentioned earlier won't pay for themselves. It's not even close to freedom. And speaking about freedom, when you're a kid, you always dream of the things you will do as a grown-up. All of the epic trips you will have with your friends and different skills you will learn. But to do all of that, you need time. You go to school for about 6 hours. It depends on the country, but here where I live, it was 6 hours max. After school, you only have to do a little bit of homework, which no one ever does anyway, and you are free. You also have 2 months of summer vacation, whereas grown-ups less than a month of paid leave they can use throughout the whole year. It also depends on the country. You also have some free time every day after work. How much exactly? Well, let's assume you end your shift at 4 PM. You're home at 4:30. You need to wake up next day at 7 AM to get to work at 8. So to sleep 8 hours, you have to go to sleep at 11 PM. 11 minus 4.5 equals 6.5 hours of free time. Not bad. No, it's not that simple. I didn't mention other chores like doing groceries, cooking, I'll get to that later, cleaning up your house, etc. Of course, you don't have to do this every day, but realistically, there will always be something waiting for you to do. It's not too long though, usually about an hour, so there's still 5.5 hours to do something you actually want, right? Yes, but at this point you are so tired you don't want to do anything aside from sleeping or watching some shitty show on Netflix. But let's say you have some energy left. You drank 6 cups of coffee, 1 shake of G Fuel, 3 cans of Monster, and you're ready to go. You can spend that time on, for example, meeting with your friends. Well, your friends have the same problems with finding free time as you, so most of the time, you can't. When you finally do meet, they will only talk about serious and boring things like job and world issues. I just came back from work, I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about video games and do goofy shit. I don't give a fuck about politics. I talked about crazy trips with your buddies. It's close to impossible. Now they have jobs, girlfriends or wives or kids even. So they have more responsibilities and even less free time. And maybe they are going on trips, but those are either romantic trips or stinky family trips. Nothing adventurous and nothing with you. As an adult, you're independent and it's pretty cool. You go to the grocery shop and instead of buying vegetables, you buy potato chips and cookies. Just because you can. You can wear t-shirts with nutty words and be outside for as long as you want. You can choose where do you want to live and do a tattoo saying this is my leg on your forehead. You make your own decisions. But decisions have consequences. People won't hire someone so hardcore to eat cookies whenever they want. And then other decisions begin to appear. Decisions you didn't even think you have to make. You need to decide about things you have no clue about, and when you fuck up, you have no one to shift the blame on. You just take the L and then have to fix everything by yourself, but you don't even know how. And those are really crucial, sometimes with your entire future on the line. This shit is hard. You think you are so free, but there's this thing called law, which you have to obey. And don't get me wrong, obeying the law is a good thing. I don't have a problem with that. What I meant is you can't do wacky things like jumping from a random bridge in Venice because it's probably forbidden and you will be punished for that with a ticket. Or another form of a ticket to jail. I told you I'll get to that. Coming up with something to eat for every meal every day is just pain in the ass. You have all the ingredients to prepare something, but you already ate that yesterday, and a day before, and a day before that day. You would make something cool, but you just came back from work and you are too tired to do the groceries and then cook for an hour and then clean up the mess you've made cooking. And that's coming from someone who loves cooking. Of course you can take away, but it costs you more. I always thought that when I will get older, I'll eat my favorite snacks and meals every day. Potato chips on every occasion and pizza whenever I want. And you can do that. I did. The problem is, it just gets boring. Everything I loved turned into something ordinary, generic, dull. You realize that the rarity of the food is almost as important as its taste. And also your tummy will hurt from all this junk food. So yeah, being an adult is a shit show. And if you become one, then that's it. You can't unadult yourself. You are a grown-up until the day you die. But eventually, you'll get a better job, earn more money and be able to buy some of the things you always wanted. You'll learn how to manage your time properly so that you have time for everything. And who knows, maybe you will find your best friend at work. Someone who doesn't talk about politics all the time, also loves games and crazy trips. You'll learn how to make good decisions and how to fix your mistakes. You'll start to eat healthier and discover new delicious recipes. I think as people, we always desire what we don't have without paying attention to what we do have. We reminisce about the past and dream about future, but we don't appreciate our present. So kids, don't try to grow up too fast. Enjoy your childhood and teenage years for as long as you can. And to my fellow young adults, hang on there. We'll get through this. I hope. Thank you for watching. If you got here, I just want to let you know that I really appreciate it and it means a lot to me. If you liked it, you can leave a like and consider joining our band. We grow stronger every time we grow stronger. Who wouldn't want to join such a strong community? Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye. He was loud, but he was hiding well. Not well enough for Heinrich. Yes, that's my map. I'll try the blending tactic again. Where